the Cooking General, boy. Hey, oh man, I got something to tell y'all today. Now, I want to go back to something we was talking about maybe about 3 or 4 weeks ago. We was talking about the depression, the Great Depression, you know what I'm saying, the depression that happened, 29, 39, something like that there, off in there, 1929, 39. I think it was like a 10-year thing off in there. And I realized I wanted to do this here recipe that my great-grandmother had. And my great-grandmother, she was telling us about this here because I still remember. Although I was 7 years old, I still remember. Just as clear as it was yesterday. Now, everybody lived in different states and had different depressions, what they went through and what they ate. But my family, me, I don't know about y'all, but my family was very poor. So the stuff they ate was actually the same thing they had every day anyway. So they didn't really even feel the depression because they didn't have nothing. And the same thing they had anyway. But it was one little meal that it was a little bit more expensive to do because you had to, butcher and all that stuff and do this here. But I'm gonna show you this here. I want to do this I swear, for years. But it's a real simple meal that you can fix at home every day. Although, unless you're in a depression, but you might be going through another one anyway. But come here, let me show you something. Let me show you this here. Check it out. Now, I'm gonna use this summer sausage here. Now, they used to make their summer sausage, and they used to have a smokehouse, and they used to make all their meat. And I also got a recipe to make cheese. But at the same time on this video, we're gonna use some cheese here. And this here is it's what they call rat cheese, the triangle kind, but they got it cut square. I got it from Brooks Brothers. But this here is I'm gonna call it rat cheese. That's what I always call it, the summer sausage. Now, we're gonna need some margarine. Now, they say when they was low on bread, they used to make their own crust, but they used to use flour, salt, and bacon powder. And I'm also gonna use some grease. But back then it was hog lard. Yeah, that's what it was. I'm getting this right. Man, this is going back to old school. Now, if you didn't, your grandparents or your great-grandparents didn't have this here, you're doing the depression part, it's probably because y'all stayed in a different place where everybody else stayed. Because I was going through, I'm looking it up, I'm doing my research. I know everybody ate different things depending on their culture, but this is what we had in Old Washington. This is the depression meal that my grandmother told me about. And this is a special one because they had meat with it. Because most of them didn't. Boy, I'm telling you, Cooking General, man, stay tuned for this here. You're going to love this here. Ask somebody. And welcome back to the Cooking General. Now, I add the margarine in there. Now, I'm going to kind of mix this in. I'm going to combine it. And then I'm going to add some water to it. But you want to add it, with a tablespoon. I'm going to add it a little at a time, 6 to 8. You know what I'm saying? You got to get the right consistency. See, you don't want too thick, stiff, and you don't want too sticky. It's something that's kind of hard to explain. But hey, I ain't no chef. I told you I'm just a general. Y'all got to start understanding the difference between a chef and a general. Now, yes, a chef, he rules the kitchen. General, I rule the field. You know what I'm saying? And y'all soldiers, following orders. Hey, if I tell you to walk across the street and don't look both ways, you ain't gonna do that. You're gonna walk across the street, but you're gonna look both ways. So I can't tell you every step. You got to kind of figure it out on yourself. Cooking General, ask somebody. Welcome to the Cooking General, man. Hey, if you notice something in this video, put it in the comments and see if y'all can figure this out. Now, come here, let me show you what I have to do. All right, now, see, this is only part of my dough. I got the other part still in the refrigerator. I'm getting it. But see, this is the consistency you want. You got to add a little flour, add a little water, cold water at that, and then I'm going to roll it out. I'm going to roll it out flat. Because what I'm going to do next, I'm going to take this here, I'm going to flatten it out. And I also want to flatten this, and I also want to cut my summer sausage up. And if the thing here get a little sticky, just add a little flour to it. I got flour right over here. And that way you can roll it out. You want to get it kind of thin as possible. Not too paper thin, but just the right consistency so when you're cooking something in it, it won't bust. But you don't want it too thick either. So I'm gonna roll this out, and man, we finna get ready. We finna do this here. Cooking General, ask somebody. Oh, welcome back to the Cooking General, man. Hey, come here, let me show you this here. Now, what I did, I rolled my dough out. You got this rolling pin, roll it out. I use this cup to kind of get my roundness out of there, and then you're still gonna have to flatten them out with the thing. And see what you want to do. You want to take one side of it. You want to put the cheese there, and I want to put my cheese here. And you put the summer sausage there. You take this one here. You close it up. And the reason she told me they done this here because it was at the end of the month, and then the bread was gone, and there was no time to make bread. And like I said, the pressure was going on, and so they had to have something to eat, and it was just the quickest way to do it, and just go ahead and just go and get it made. And you want to do it, you want to roll it up, and then you want to close your ends in. Like I said, just take your time. It's not that hard to do, and just press it up, make it, but make sure you close it in good because you don't want nothing to leak out. And since I'm the cook in general, I'm pretty good at doing this here. I made a bunch of these here before, because I still like to eat them today, even though we're not in pressure. But your final product gonna come out and it's gonna look like this here. Now, all I'm gonna do now is put some grease in this pan, and we're gonna brown them and fry them, and I'm gonna show you how they look when I get through. Man, cooking general, oh man, ask somebody. Oh, there we go, man, we got it ready now. Hey, now, this here meal here, like I said, it's an old-fashioned meal. I know I'm supposed to take out something more sophisticated, but believe me, I've been doing a little something, but I got a little surprise for y'all. But come here, let me show you this here. Now, check them out. Now, you take them, what I'm saying? I take them, and I fry them right there. They real good. I'm going to show you how to look on the inside. So you got the cheese. It was really, it's so simple that it's almost like a biscuit. I mean, almost. And, man, it's good. Now, I know they didn't have much meat and cheese, summer sausage and stuff like that there, and cheese and all that there. But man, you talking about a real good, really. I mean, it wouldn't seem like a depression to me eating that there. Man, hey, if y'all had a depression, person living, well, I know y'all didn't, but if y'all had a relative or someone living in depression, man, leave your story below, man. I like to read about it. Because I had a great-grandmother, fortunately, was living when I was born and able enough to know her. Man, good meal. Cooking general. Ask somebody.
Cooking general. Where you take your butt to? You left here without even dancing. You know you wrong for that. So get your butt on back in here right now.
Yeah. Cooking general. Better ask somebody.